Hello, it is Saturday, June 28th, 2025. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Saturday crossword today, which means we're going to be solving what could very well be the trickiest puzzle of the week. I see what looks like it could be a very open grid, some long answers. Could be a tricky one today. Themeless puzzle, we'll find out. And today's potentially tricky themeless edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Trennan, Spriggs, and, as always, the indomitable Showmaster and the indefinable Charlie Paget. Thank you so much to the four of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for the generous support that sustains this channel, keeping it going day by day. I'm very grateful to them for that support. Thanks so much to those four and to everybody who supports the channel via Patreon. If you'd like to do so, you can head to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the description field link, where you'll find bonus videos available to patrons, such as yesterday's mini puzzle, pseudo speed solve. Not my finest times, I must admit. And for benefactors like those I've just mentioned, there's also the Let's Check the Crosses official mug. Thank you so much to everybody who supports the channel via Patreon. All right, let's get on to today's crossword by Jesse Guzman, who's constructed a small handful of puzzles for the New York Times. It's a Saturday themeless crossword, of course, so it could very well be a tricky one, and it was edited, as always, by Will Shorts. Let's start solving. Oh, right. This is not what I expected to see in more than one way. Just an interesting sort of grid pattern, and also there's this highlighted... Oh, right, okay, it's not a theme, it's just... So here we have fire-breathing antagonist of Mario in the Mario universe, sure. And then here we have a turtle-shelled flunky of one across, right. So is this Bowser? Is it Koopa or Bowser? Bowser, fire-breathing antagonist of Mario in the Mario universe, I think that's right. And then turtle-shelled flunky of one across. That I'm not sure. Oh, are they the Koopa? Is it a Koopa Troopa? Is it sort of that? I think it might be that. I would have said Koopa Trooper probably if I had just been trying to summon that phrase to my mind, but with the amount of space we have, it might be that. Let's see if we can justify this with it's interesting that it says Mario in the Mario universe and not the Super Mario universe, which I think is usually, I think in the past how they used to refer to it in things like the New York Times, but maybe that's changed. Anyway, shot. Kaput or something? Works up a sweat. Maybe this is wrong. This could be something like pants or works. No, works is in the clue. Layer of gold. Layer of gold. The goose who laid the golden egg literally lays gold. That could be it. Maybe it is this. Full of dense fog. Something E, probably. Misty or full of dense fog. What is that? Boast from a prankster. Got ya? Soapy doesn't make any sense. Full of dense fog. I feel like I should be able to see this, but I can't. But I'm getting enough that it feels like this might be correct. Deer stalking aid, question mark. I don't know. I mean, is it referring to deer stalker cap? Like the sort of film versions of Sherlock Holmes is portrayed as wearing? I don't know. Shook hands, say. They focus on subjects of interest, something about financial or bank or... I'm thinking interest is probably punnily referring to earning interest, but it maybe not, I don't know. Thwarts, foils, as in foil someone's plans. Thwarts them, shade of green. Crushing in a way. Could be crushing as in disappointing, or it obviously could be crushing as in compacting. Wines. Probably ends with an S. Midsummer head decorations. Is some kind of wreath? I mean, I'm thinking of the shot from the film Midsummer, which shows someone wearing a midsummer head decoration, I suppose, but I don't. Don't know beyond that. Let's see. Wines. Weeps? I don't think that's right. Formula. Okay, let's stop getting so far afield. Let's go up to Bowser. I'm satisfied enough with Koopa Trooper for the time being. Places to order le cassoulet. So these could be bistros. This would be a French bistro. A cassoulet would be it's kind of a stew with usually sausage and duck and things, and you'd probably get that at a bistro. Okay, light winds. Oh. This is sort of on the tip of my tongue. What is this? That's annoying. It's over. We're done, maybe? Put into words. Say or sum up. I'm not sure. I'm not confident about this one. Word after full or free. No, yeah, that's wrong. Full ride or free ride would be phrases. So put into words. I don't know. Metaphor for a tedious tract of time. Not an era nor an epoch. Neither of those is particularly tedious necessarily. What's a metaphor for and those aren't metaphors, they're just words. Metaphor for a tedious tract of time. There. Metaphor. An age or I don't know. Dungeons and Dragons, e.g. for short. That's an example of a role-playing game. Colorful treat on a stick. An ice pop. Oh, eons. Is that... I guess that's a metaphor in the sense that you're saying, oh, it's been eons that I've been solving this crossword, and obviously it isn't actually, so I suppose it's a metaphor. Okay, bit of unisex attire. A sarong. There we go. Light wind. Oh, ocarinas. There we go. That actually isn't what I was thinking of, but it's a light wind instrument is what we're looking for there. And then the travels of Marco Polo, e.g. What is that? Is this a spore? No, it isn't. Put into words. Oh, spoke. Treks. Oh, I see. Okay. I don't know what I was thinking this was going to be, but yeah, this just means treks, voyages, Marco Polo's travels. And then if someone put something into words, spoke. And as always, put is the official misdirecting verb of the New York Times crossword, I think. I mean, maybe misdirecting is putting it too strongly, but it's the official ambiguous verb of the New York Times crossword because it can be present tense or past tense, and I feel I always assume whichever is the opposite of what is intended before I realize. Okay, deer stalking aid. Oh, Santa something? Deer like reindeer? I don't know. Shook hands, said. Set. I don't know. They focus on subject of interest. Okay, let's figure out where to go here now. Shot. Midsummer head decorations. Drop for the time being. If you table a discussion, which is different in U.S. English than it is to British English. And in British English, tabling something means let's bring it to the discussion now. So that, depending on where you're from, this usage might be surprising. Exercise with Yang and Wu styles. Tai Chi, I'm guessing. I don't know much about it, but I think that's probably right. Some tools for saddlers are awls to, what am I doing? To put holes in leather. Court promise. IOU? Why is that court? Probably not. Don't know what that's about. Killed time. Doubles. I'm so mischievous. Is it he? Or two longer he's? I don't know. Maybe it starts with HE one way or the other. Depictions of Arcadia. I'm not sure what we're looking for there. Killed time. Could end with idyllic. We need two L's, surely. Depictions of Arcadia. Okay. Don't know. Shot. This looks odd. Maybe table is wrong. Shot. Huh. Don't know what that is. I could have something wrong. We'll have to come back to it. Works up a sweat. Oh, maybe toils. Midsummer head decorations. Oh, daisy chains? Oh, there it is. Okay, that must be it. Okay, that makes sense. So killed time, dawdled. Right. Oops. Why do I keep typing K instead of L? Depictions of Arcadia. Shot. Kablooey, as in this machine is kablooey, it's shot. And then court promise, I do, I see. So if you're courting someone and you say yes to their proposition of marriage, or I guess you'd say I do at the actual altar, court. Can you call that a court? Oh, no, it's you're in court and you're testifying and someone says, do you recall these events? And you say, I do. Maybe that's what it is. I bet it's that. Doubles, clones. I'm so mischievous. Okay, so it looks like it's 2 long he's rather than 3 short he's. And then Stars Organization, that must be an NHL team, I'm guessing, because I want this to be idyllic. Maybe it is just 1L. Part of it, no, it isn't. Part of a ship that resembles a fin would be the keel, presumably. So, idols. Okay, that's what it is. That what it is? I thought that was spelled with 1. No, I guess it is spelled with 2 L's. Okay. I thought idyllic was spelled with 2 L's and idols was spelled with 1, but I guess I'm wrong. Hungarian has 18 of them. Yikes. I mean, I know that Hungarian is a difficult language and isn't closely related to other languages. It's not part of a sort of large language family, like most languages are. But what is this? Tenses or modes? Doubles, clones, yeah. Actor Gillen of Doctor Who. Karen Gillan, I don't know much Doctor Who, but Karen Gillan is an actor, so maybe she was in that. Hungarian has 8. What is this? Full of dense fog. Soapy? Soupy? Yeah, that was a real pea souper, as they used to say in London when London was much more heavily industrialized and would have these really disgusting fogs that would come over it and people would die. Receiver of a 4-star review. Tour de force. Deer stalking aid. Oh, Santa tracker. Right, okay. It was referring to reindeer. Okay. Shook hands, say. This looks odd. Maybe got ya is wrong. Boast from a prankster. Got it? Got him? Yeah, it could be. And it could even be got em, forgot them, or got im, forgot him. So it could be either of those. Oh, no, but it's sealed the deal. Of course, is what shook hands is. Of course. Okay, so got him, got them. Leaves mixed up salad. It's a way you could describe salad. They focus on subjects of interest. Oh, maybe it's not bank interest. Camera. Lenses? I guess that's what it is. Yeah, the focus on the photographer's subject. Okay, must be that. Hands over, as in territory, cedes territory. So, 18 cases, right. I should have thought of cases as a linguistic term. There we go. Yeah, cases are tricky, I find. If you speak a language that doesn't really use them meaningfully like English. I mean, I guess we technically have them, but they're not, it's not like Russian or German or something. Okay. Shade of green. Oh, Kelly green. Yeah, I know that. Crushing in a way. Huh. Surely that is, I recognize that, don't I? Kelly green? What's this then? Crushing in a way. I don't know. Come back to it. Record qualifier. An asterisk, right. So you might have a record of a sort of sports achievement, but there's an asterisk because of some, circumstance that maybe puts that into question in some way. Offer of support in a #1 Bill Withers hit. Bill Withers could be Lean on Me. Yeah. The offer of support is quite literally Lean on Me, and that's the title and line, obviously, of the great Bill Withers song by the great Bill Withers. There actually, I just mentioned my friend Kirk Hamilton in his podcast Strong Songs the other day, and his upcoming episode. It's out now if you're a Patreon subscriber to his channel, to his podcast. But his upcoming episode will be on Bill Withers and this song, but it's really not on this song. It's really more about Bill Withers more generally, and it's a very beautiful episode. I'd highly recommend it. The Strong Songs episode on Bill Withers. A really, I think, fascinating and interesting person, Bill Withers. And one of those people who's capable of extraordinary profundity without needing to sort of dress it up. He was able to offer incredible profundity through sort of extremely simple eloquence. And I think that's a particularly impressive skill. Anyway, philosophy associated with Seven Across, Tai Chi, Tao. Yeah, there we go. That's what it is. And most likely to succeed is, I don't know. What about this? Home of the Atlantis and Peppermill casinos, Reno, Nevada. Must be. I don't know those casinos, but that would be likely. Tomb Raider's acquisition could be a relic, presumably. I think we had relic in the puzzle yesterday or the day before. Flyer whose smallest... Oh, no, that was in the plus word. Flyer whose smallest species is called the dwarf bittern. Must be the heron. I mean, I know that I didn't know the dwarf bittern was a heron, but I mean, a bittern is certainly a bird, so... and a wading bird at that. Most likely to succeed would be soonest. Is that... Oh, yes, as in to succeed. If you're the most likely to succeed me, in other words, you're the most likely to come after me, you're the soonest to occur. Okay, big name in power ballads. Celine Dion, probably. Wedding presider of Greek mythology. Hera, I suppose? Wedding presider. I don't remember what this is referring to specifically, but I assume it's her. They have many faces, right? So prisms, three-dimensional solid objects have literal faces. It can keep the beat in brief. It is CPA? I don't think so. CPR, right. Cardiopulmonary resuscitation keeps the heartbeat, so to speak. And then hullabaloo is a racket, noisy commotion. Okay, sapsucker. Aphid? Little insect? Not needing elaboration. If something goes without saying, it's tacit. It doesn't need elaboration. Okay, if you took too much of something, you hogged it? Yeah. Chop could be pronto, do it quickly. You made it. Unveil without. You trot something out, you unveil it. Enter into a spreadsheet, you log the information. Sweet wine of California. I don't know, actually. It's a start. Step one. Yeah. So far, to date. You made it at last. Sweet wine of California. I don't know. I don't recognize that. Organization with toxicologists. The EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, probably. To form a lump would be to clot, like blood clotting. Wines. Oh, Carps complains. Wines. There we go. And state for the Shawshank Redemption. I did not remember this, even though I've seen the film, but it must be the state of Maine. Is that right? Crushing in a way. Moony. Why is that? Oh, like if you're crushing on someone, you're moony, you're sort of in a state of romantic daze, perhaps. I guess that's what this is going for. So that seems fine. So Angelico, sweet wine of California. I did not know that, but that must be the answer. And there we go. Okay, so, I mean, I sort of solved this in a similar time to yesterday's, I think, but it definitely felt more difficult, for sure. So I think this was trickier than yesterday's, but let me know. I mean, you might disagree. Let me know in the comments or the Daily Solve Discord chat server, which is linked in the description field. I am always curious to see how people did with these. I saw actually in the Daily Solve Discord yesterday mentions of personal bests, which is always, personal bests for particular days of the week, which is always a nice thing to see. Yeah, I'm curious how people fared with this one. I thought this felt basically like a Saturday. It was on the trickier side. And we had some funny entries like Santa Tracker and Koopa Trooper. I keep wanting to say that. Koopa Troopa and Bowser paired to one another. And then a thing I didn't even... I didn't even know, like Angelica. I'm not familiar with that Californian sweet wine. But there we go. That was the Saturday crossword. We got through it in a reasonable amount of time. And I'll be back tomorrow for the Sunday edition of the crossword, a much larger themed grid, so do join me for that. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Saturday. Take care.